The transfer window is over. We didn't make a lot of moves. However, we are scoring goals left and right. We're on the verge of setting the record for most wins in a season. We're on the verge of setting the record for most goals in a season. And at the moment, with 23 games played, we're 14 points ahead of our closest competition. So, just waiting for the wheels to fall off. My name is FM Jellicoe, and this is the Red Devils Rising. Where if George doesn't start eating, the neighborhood dogs start barking. And here you can see 23 games played, a plus 42 goal differential, 61 points, 14 ahead of Dresden, and a lot more ahead against Rostock. It's kind of late. Math is hard. Lucas Spalvis leads us with 23 goals. Lucas Rose the highest rating. Marlon Ritter 10 assists. Carlos Signature best pass completion. Spalvis also has 5 Players of the Match award. Signature has 8 ill cards. In our 23 matches played, our 60 goals scored are best in the league. This is something going on. There's something weird going on here. So it's a glitch in the matrix. So we're first in the league in terms of goals scored. We're first in the league in goals against. And how did we get there? By shutting out almost everybody. After beating Köln 3-0, we beat Verl 2-0, thanks to goals by Marlon Ritter and Marvin Poirier. Against Dresden, Dynamo Dresden, we beat them 2-0. Spalvis had a missed penalty kick, the first one he's missed all season, and Ritter had a goal. Umlaut hell. We drew with them 1-1. This was not the best game. A lot of guys were just completely off. I'd love to say it was because we played a lot of games in a short amount of time. But that's just not the case. We had a week between Verl and Dresden. And somehow we managed to turn around and beat Wiesbaden 4-0 thanks to a brace of goals by Luke Spalvis, a goal by Marlon Ritter, and Dominic Schad had a goal. I think that was his first of the season. And we beat Mannheim 2-0 thanks to goals by Sissi and Sickinger. So today we're playing Bayern 2 and Ingolstadt. We're playing the Bayern squad because they're Bayern and they'll probably have a lot of first-teamers on there. And then we're playing Ingolstadt because they're a top half team. They were selected to finish fairly high, if I remember correctly. Yeah, they were selected to finish 4th. So we have our work cut out for us. Transfer-wise, not a lot. I brought in Tom Kraus. He is a defensive midfielder from Nuremberg. I needed some help on the defensive line. He plays a really good defensive midfielder and a decent midfielder. 3-star current ability, 5-star potential ability, solid physically, solid mentally, really good technically where it matters. He's come in, he started a few games for us, and it's given me a little bit more depth there. The one thing I completely missed out on was I signed another lone player to play defensive right back, and he turned me down, and I completely missed it until after the transfer window was closed. Let's see, Tom called Janis Kubler. Did I mention him? Yeah, he's a midfielder. I'm almost positive I mentioned him. He was one of the players I brought in on trial. Has some potential, even though his balance and jumping reach and strength are not the best. But I'm trying to overlook that at the moment in the hopes that those will improve fairly quickly. So far, it doesn't seem to be the case. On the outs, Wolgemuth left Elijah Wolgemuth went to Wattenscheid on a loan. Robin Call went to Worms on a loan. He was a defensive right back who I'm trying to get some more playing time. Let me see. We have a bunch of free transfers going out, but the vast majority of those are players that never saw first-team playing time here and probably never will. So, injury-wise, we are doing not too shabby. So, Hanslick is out with torn wrist ligaments. Buckheister's out with broken ribs, but he's a youth player. Huth is still out with his damaged spine. So, that's about it. Other than that, injuries so far this season, 39. The expected total is 80. So I guess there's like an XG for injuries. That's interesting and a bit scary, to be honest with you. So Today, as I said, we're playing Bayern, and then we're going to play Ingolstadt. So I'm going to check my best available 11, set the reserves, and we're going to come back with our match against Bayern in just a bit. So we're also rapidly getting to the point where players are starting to miss games based on the number of yellow cards we have. So we've got Spahik in goal, Shad, Gottwald, Heinold, and Hercher as the defensive back four, Sickinger and Sifsey as the midfielders and defensive midfielder respectively, Huth and Ritter as the attack midfielders, Roser and Puri up top as the strikers. I'm not real comfortable starting Heinold in the center, but I really don't have any options because Kraus is out with, he's missing a game because of too many yellow cards. Sent up into space, Spahik picks that up, no problem. Bombs at forward. Roser can't get ahead on it. It's knocked away. Gottwald has it. Gets it to Huth. Centers it to Sickinger. Out to Hercher on the left. Back to Sickinger. Feeds Roser. Puri gets by the defender. Takes a shot off the post. Gets the rebound. Gets the rebound and puts it in for the goal. His 10th of the season. We've been getting a lot of lucky breaks like that in some of our games. Some of the goals we've been scoring have been, you know, I'm not going to say gifts, but they've been very, not questionable either. They've just been, I don't know that we earned them. Shad on the throw-in. Roser to Huth. Feeds Shad again. Sickinger in the center. Out to Hercher, but Kuhn steps in front of it. Gets it out to Kern, but Sifsey intercepts that. Drops it off to Shad, who crosses it in. Puri's there, and he scores. Was he not offsides? How was he not offsides? That's how he wasn't offsides. Well, that was Bruce Lee of a volley kick to get it in. That was a really tight angle too. Okay, that was lucky. 20 minutes in, we are 2-0 up. We're going to praise the boys here. We were coming up on halftime with a comfortable 2-0 lead. We've had 3 shots, 3 on target. They've had 4 and none. Other than that, it's been a fairly equal game, although we do have the 2 yellow cards. So, okay, the one complaint I do have, and I know I've mentioned this before, is I don't know who has the yellow cards here. So I have to go to tactics, and it's Sickinger and Gottwald. So I go back. I want to do individuals. Now I got to click off everybody except Sickinger and Gottwald. Well, no, I have to click them on and click everyone else off. And I don't know that that worked. I can't tell. There's no reaction that tells me it worked or not. Ritter from outside the box. Gottwald's there, but Hoffman picks that up. Velsmuller to Kuhn. Dispossessed by Hercher, but Velsmuller gets it back. Choupo-Moting heads it over the crossbar. Totally pronouncing that wrong, aren't I? Choupo-Moting. Okay. Coming up on 60 minutes, we're going to make a couple of changes here. We're going to get Gottwald off and bring on Gall. We're going to get Sickinger off, bring on Kraus. Do I have a replacement for Heinold? Yeah, we'll bring on Winkler. 75 minutes in, no other highlights since that other one. Well, now we get a highlight. Ritter crosses it in, and it goes all the way through, but somebody was pushed. Puri's going to take this. And he scores. Well done. Spalvis is either getting a much-needed rest or on international duty. I don't think it's international duty. I'm reasonably sure he's not injured, too. If it is, it's not a huge injury. Oh, come on, ref, blow the whistle. Hercher runs it down, Sifsey, and now they blow the whistle. Check out Spalvis here. Yeah, he's coming off a minor injury. He could have played today, but he came to me wanting a new contract at 14. Well, his agent, I should say, came to me wanting a new contract that guaranteed him 13,500 euros a week. I told him, no, we'll deal with your contract after the season. I'll send the assistant to the press conference. We will praise Puri because he had his hat trick. So I guarantee you, if we get promoted, chances are you're probably not going to be a first teamer anyways. I see a lot of lone players on our squad next year, regardless of where we are. I mean, we're strong in a couple areas, but we are so weak in others. It's not even funny. You know, it's the words I'm looking for here. Words are hard tonight. Good grief. It's bothersome that, like, our primary backup at all three positions is a 34-year-old Canadian international who's on his last legs. I mean, I'm not saying if he was a horse, I'd haul him out back and shoot him, but, you know, it's just insane. So we are going to save the game here, and then we're going to come back against Ingolstadt in just a bit. Not a lot happening during the week. A couple players got sick. They'll be out a few days. Nothing too serious. No major injuries or anything like that. So we've got Spahik in goal. Shad, Reeder, Kraus, and Hlusek as the defensive back four. Kraus and Bachmann as the defensive midfielder and midfielder, respectively. Scarlatitis and Ritter as the attack midfielders. Puri and Spalvis up top as the strikers. Apparently, we are 4 points away from setting a team record for most points scored in a season in 3 Liga. Hlusek taps up to Bachmann, feeds Ritter, long pass across the field, Scarlatitis, and he tries dropping it off, but it's intercepted. Hyenza has it, and he is dispossessed. Can Spalvis get there? He can. Puri, oh, off the post. That was a banger of a shot. Good grief, can still hear the doink. Kraus to Hlusek. Oh, he bounces his cross off, goes to Bachmann, though, back to Kraus. Back to Hlusek, to Kraus. He sends it up. Spalvis, well, Jens got in front of it, but it got headed right back to Bachmann. Bachmann feeds Puri to Spalvis. Back to Bachmann. Ritter takes the shot. He scores from distance. Well struck. I put this on camera, on TV, but I don't know that it's letting me... Nope. Well, it is halftime. We have a 1-0 lead thanks to 4 shots, 3 on target. Other than that, everything's pretty much equal. They lost Beaster to a injury. It's a little bigger here. Hyenza up to Niskanen. Dispossessed by Bachmann. Gets it to Ritter. Back to Kraus. Over to Reeder. Up in his face for Puri. Nice first touch. To Bachmann. He feeds Ritter. Takes the shot, but Gendrich is right there. A little past 60 minutes here. Let's make a couple of changes. We're going to get Shad off. Bring on Janice Held. We're going to get Puri off and bring on Spalvis. Or Rosa, rather. Spalvis is already on. Strauss on the throw-in. Kraus knocks it away. Pressinger's going to run it down. To Schrock. Back to Pressinger. Over to Strauss. Pressinger. To Niskanen. He cuts inside. Big hole, but right at Spahik. Bombs it forward towards Roser, but Jen steps in front of it. Pressinger has it, gets it back to Schrock. Over to Ainza, out to Rocher, who blows by the defender. Absolutely blew by Held. Rocher passed him like he was standing still, which for all intents and purposes he was. It was a nice goal, though. Gauss on the throw to Kushki. Back to Gauss. Long pass. Rocher again on an island. Ainza is there, but Spahik picks it up. And Ingolstadt salvages the draw. We had 10 shots, 8 on target. There's 7 and 3. That a slight possession advantage. That is annoying. I don't want to go to the press conference for this. I am enjoying the new press conference format. After a game like that, I really don't want to sit through one. So we got coming up, Lübeck, Saarbrücken, Duisburg. Something in there. Saarbrücken is actually a derby, if I remember correctly. Let's check that out. Yeah, Saarbrücken's a local derby. So we will come back for... probably Saarbrücken, Duisburg. Yeah, Saarbrücken, Duisburg. That's what we're going to do. So, the first game was nice. A 3-0 defeat or a 3-0 victory against the Bayern 2 squad. We did really well there, and against Ingolstadt, we just kind of fell off. The players had good games, just not enough of them, and more than a few were sub-average. 6'6", 6'5", 6'6". Ingolstadt probably, what was there? Ingolstadt, 7'9", 6'8". So they were kind of in the same boat, although their defenders were a little bit better than ours. But yeah, I didn't really put a dent in things per se. We're still 15 points ahead of Dynamo Dresden. So, and 21 points ahead of Rostock. So it looks like the battle is actually going to be for third place between Rostock, 1860 Munich, Erdogan, and Magdeburg. Ingolstadt's kind of on the outside looking in, so that's going to be an interesting battle. I don't want to say we're comfortably in the lead. We've still got a few games left before I'm willing to say that, but so far we're doing really well. I'm really kind of surprised, to be honest with you. So I'm going to start, probably have to hire another scout or two here in a little bit so we can get kind of a jump on the summer transfer window. Get a look at players who are coming up to the end of their contracts and things like that. Finding good players thus far has been a bit bothersome, but for the most part, we're doing okay. I'm trying to be positive. I really am. I don't want to be over positive. I don't want to be overconfident, but so far, we're doing really well. So if you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments. Leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM21. I thank you for watching.